I would love to explore an abandoned mansion. I think it would be fascinating wandering around beautifully scary old homes. But I might just get more than I bargained for because most abandoned mansions are said to be haunted or cursed. And I don't know which one's worse. Either way, let me know in the comments below if you'd ever explore a haunted place or if you'd be too scared to. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary abandoned mansion discoveries. First off, if I had a mansion, there's no way I would just abandon it. However, there are several reasons why people abandon their mansions. The first one being divorce. Maybe the owners both went their separate ways and foolishly never sold the house. Secondly, maybe a tragedy occurred on the mansion's grounds which caused the owners to flee. Or maybe their house is haunted. Now let's take a look at some of the scariest mansions out there. Starting off this countdown, we have the SELMA mansion. This 20-room mansion was constructed back in 1902 and was known for hosting extravagant balls and dinner parties. Now it's known for being home to multiple ghosts. The home was originally owned by a man named Elijah Brokenborough. Honestly, that sounds like a name of someone who would own a mansion. Elijah Brokenborough. He then gave the property to his daughter who lived in the mansion until she died in 1970. Then the house kept getting passed around until it was abandoned in the early 2000s. Now the home has been ransacked. The windows are all broken, the inside is vandalized, but be careful if you do dare to trespass. You may come in contact with a couple of ghosts who are said to roam the rooms and corridors at night. In our 9th spot, we have the HAUGHT mansion. Much about the history of this house remains a secret. However, it's rumored that the home was a brothel back in the 1940s. Years later, a number of dead bodies were found in the mansion's basement. The torsos and chests of the victims had perfect round circles on them. However, we don't really know if that is the truth. Other people claim that a man named Henry Glover owned the house back in 1892. However, he died in the house the morning after just moving in. To this day, it remains a very mysterious and creepy house. Moving on at number 8, we have the Temple Street mansion. Located in East Cleveland, this mansion located on Temple Street is the home to numerous tragedies. In 1942, it said that 3 priests were found murdered in the mansion. Then in 2013, the mansion was the dumping ground of a serial killer. 3 women were found dead in the house, wrapped in plastic bags. Now it's said that it's haunted by several spirits. In fact, neighbors from across the street have seen and heard paranormal activity coming from the house. In our 7th spot, we have the MUDHOUSE mansion. Located in Fairfield County, Ohio, this mansion remains a huge mystery. Not a lot of people know the history of this house. It's thought that it was built in the 1840s, 50s, 70s, or the 1900s. No one truly knows. Because of the lack of history surrounding this mansion, people have made up their own. Legend goes that this was the original home of Bloody Mary, who still haunts the place. Whereas others believe that government officials used the house to hide captives after the Civil War. But apparently, one managed to escape and murdered the official and his family. The house was demolished in 2015 after not being occupied since the 1930s. Making our way down the list, number 6, we have the John List House. This 19-room mansion located in New Jersey is another mansion filled with tragedies. In November of 1971, the owner, John List, killed his entire family. He then gathered all of their bodies, except his mother's, and lined them up in the ballroom. He turned on the radio to a religious station, turned on all the lights, cut his face out from the family photos, and then fled. The bodies weren't discovered until a month later after friends and family were wondering where they were. As for John List, well, he fled to Denver and changed his name. However, he was caught and arrested in 1989. But he never admitted to the crimes. The home remained abandoned for years until an arsonist burnt it down in 1974. As a result, a new identical mansion was built in the exact spot. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the Ohio Mystery Mansion. Unlike the other mansions, this home's identity was never mentioned. It was explored by the well-known American photographer Seth Lawless. He claims that when he entered the mansion, he saw eerie, fresh footprints leading into the house. Not only that, but the bathroom in the house had blood on the walls. In the bathtub, he found a dead dog. He also heard scratching noises and strange whispers coming from one of the rooms. To make things worse, in one of the rooms, there was a display of mannequin heads and metal tools. That's weird interior decorating. The neighbor claims to hear noises coming from the house all the time. But honestly, I just wish we knew more about this house and its history. Coming in at number 4, we have Villa de Vecchi. Another creepy mansion with an even creepier backstory. The Villa de Vecchi in Italy, owned by Count Felix de Vecchi, was commissioned to be built in the 19th century. However, the architect died a year before he completed the project, which put a supposed curse on the property. Shortly after the family moved in, Count Felix discovered that his wife had been murdered. As a result, he ended up taking his own life. The villa was then passed to his brother, who lived there until World War II. It's been vacant since 1960. The spookiest part? In 2002, an avalanche wiped out all the houses in the area, except this one. Moving on at number 3, we have the HALCYON Hall. Sorry, HALCYON Hall. Located in Millbrook, New York, the mansion was first built as a hotel in the 1890s. From there, it was transformed into an all-girls school before being shut down in 1978. Now, this mansion is said to be home to multiple ghosts. Once, a carpenter working there said they heard moans and cries coming from the basement. Other people said a ghost of a woman would visit them in their sleep. The 1960s was when the most paranormal activity happened. Objects would disappear only to reappear later on, or would move on their own. Residents would also often see a bald, chubby man in a brown suit wandering around and sitting in their chairs. In our second spot, we have the Liu family mansion. Located in Taiwan, the Liu family mansion was built in 1929 for a businessman and his family of 8. However, in the 1950s, the family abruptly fled from their home. The reason for leaving was unclear. However, some think it's because the house is haunted. Apparently, back in the day, the mansion's maid fell in love with the rich owner. They were having an affair, and when the secret got out, she drowned herself in the well. Now it's said that bad luck will follow any of the new residents of the house. Whereas other people think that the property is haunted by Japanese soldiers who died in battles on the grounds. And in our number 1 spot, we have the Franklin Castle. The Franklin Castle, otherwise known as the Tiedemann House, is a mansion located in Cleveland, Ohio. Built between 1881 to 1883, this mansion was first home to Hans Tiedemann, his wife, and kids. This mansion has 4 stories, more than 20 rooms, and 80 windows. That just called me broke. However, this mansion is said to be one of the most haunted houses in the US. Apparently, a bunch of murders have occurred in this house. Slowly, Tiedemann's family started to pass away, and people thought that he was behind their death. In 1968, the mansion was sold to James Romano and his family. That's when the hauntings began. The Romano family reported several encounters with ghosts. They even attempted exorcisms and had a ghost hunting group investigate the property. In 1975, human bones were found in the closet. It's thought that maybe they were planted there as a publicity stunt, but we still don't know. One thing that's for sure is that this house is certainly haunted. And that's all for today's video. Let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from my video, Top 10 Scary Urban Legends Proven to be Untrue. Alicia M commented, "It's weird that she doesn't mind how we spell her name. Most people get mad when you spell their name wrong." Honestly, I'm just kinda used to it now. Like, I didn't think that my name was that hard to be spelt, but I've just gotten so many variations that I'm kinda used to it. So if I'm cutting you all slack for spelling my name wrong, please cut me some slack if I pronounce something wrong. I'm only human. Madison Osborne commented, "I always comment on all the videos, but I never get picked out, and I really want to be picked." Well, Madison, today is your lucky day. There you go. Colleen Kellis commented, "I'm scared of pigeons." Honestly, pigeons will attack you. Like one time I was walking down the street and a pigeon came and hit my shoulder and its wing hit my head. It was not fun, okay? They will attack. And that's all the comments I'm showing out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shoutout. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you. I'll be shouting out comments from my video From my video, top 10, scary urban legends proven to be untrue.